Welcome back to the cryptowrld channel, everyone. My name is Josh, and right now Ethereum is getting another perfect bounce from this line of support and also from this exact exponential moving average. But on the daily time frame, we have a new bearish signal flashing right now that we need to be paying attention to. So if you're an Ethereum holder, definitely make sure you're watching this video all the way to the end so that you're not missing out on any of this important information. And just before we jump into it, make sure to drop a like on the video down below. And if you're new to the channel, make sure to subscribe with notifications turned on for more updates just like this every single day. But with all of that out of the way, let's get straight to what this video is about. It's right here on the Ethereum to US dollar chart on the 4-hour time frame. And as you can see here, Ethereum is still holding within this upwards trending parallel channel with yet another perfect bounce from this level of support coming in at just underneath 4.6k now. So obviously, for as long as Ethereum is holding above that level, then we are still clearly in this 4-hour uptrend. But as I've been mentioning over the past 1 to 2 days, if we start breaking this line of support, that is potentially one of the first signs that we could be looking at for a trend reversal in the shorter term. But as of right now, we've clearly not seen that, and we're still holding above this line of support, which is obviously good for the bulls out there. And as for resistance for Ethereum, we've got these peaks just here coming in at just underneath 4.9k, and this line of resistance coming in close to 5,000 US dollars per Ethereum. So those are the main support and resistance levels that I'm looking at right now for Ethereum moving forward in the shorter term. And as for another line of supports that I'm looking at that is coming in pretty close to this line of support just here, and that is the 95 exponential moving average on the 4-hour chart. This yellow line just here coming in at around 4,520 US dollars per Ethereum. And as you can see, so far with the recent correction, we've seen two perfect bounces along this exact EMA. So this is definitely a moving average that I'm paying strong attention to now for Ethereum on the 4-hour chart. Because if Ethereum starts breaking below this moving average right here, then that would mean that Ethereum is breaking below this upwards trending line of support. And in that case, as I mentioned yesterday on the channel, I'll be looking at some Fibonacci levels as the next major levels of support to pay attention to. And the first one is the 236 Fibonacci level coming in at just below 4.4k. And then we have the 38.2% Fibonacci level, which is the second most important Fibonacci level, coming in between 4,000 and 4.1k. But obviously those levels only come into play if we actually break below these immediate support levels that I've just been mentioning. But when you're looking in the price oscillators on the 4-hour time frame, so the RSI and the MACD, they are approaching a bottom, and in fact they're closer towards a bottom than they are to the top. If you're looking in the 4-hour MACD and taking a look at the histogram, we are currently forming a double bottom, and the last double bottom that we saw like this in this indicator for Ethereum on the 4-hour time frame was right back here at the end of August. And what happened back then for Ethereum? Well, first of all, we were in a consolidation range, but at that stage just there, the price was getting ready to bottom out and actually getting ready for another move to the upside. And what's interesting about that same area on the chart, if you're looking in the RSI and placing a horizontal line right there, exactly where we bottomed out that time round for the RSI on the 4-hour time frame, you can see that a lot of other lows in the 4-hour RSI have come down to this exact line of support before bouncing and heading back to the upside again. And right now we are just about there. So far, the 4-hour RSI for Ethereum has come down towards 40, and this line that I've just placed is coming in at around 37. So if this pullback were to play out like all of these other pullbacks that we've seen so far in this uptrend, then very soon, probably within the next day, either today or tomorrow, it would be very likely that Ethereum is about to see another bounce back to the upside. And especially as we're heading into the new week, so far in this uptrend for Ethereum, almost every start of the week, so I'm talking Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, those sort of days, Ethereum has been far more bullish on those days than bearish. Obviously, that doesn't necessarily guarantee anything's going to happen because, of course, nothing is guaranteed in these markets. But we've just got a few different signs showing now on the chart that we could be due for a bounce really soon. But what makes this short-term pullback different from all of these other pullbacks is the fact that we've got another bearish signal on the daily time frame. That is a bearish cross in the daily MACD. We saw this confirmed just 1 day ago now. And for the beginners out there, what this basically means is Ethereum is beginning to lose a little bit of that bullish momentum. And so this signal alone basically signals that we could be due for some sideways price action or a little bit more of a pullback. Taking a look at the last two bearish crosses in the daily MACD for Ethereum, they were right back here during August and during September. And first of all, the one that we saw during the middle of August, we had a huge bullish movement to the upside leading into that bearish cross. And then the moment that we saw that bearish cross, that just basically signaled that sideways consolidation that we stayed in for a few weeks before continuing another move to the upside. And then looking in the bearish cross that we saw during the beginning of September, that signaled a little bit more of a correction moving forward. So either way, it basically just signals reduced bullish price action, but it doesn't necessarily mean that we're going to have bearish price action, because once again, it can mean that we could be due for sideways price action. Now, with that being said, if you're looking at the momentum of this bearish cross, it is incredibly weak. An example of a strong bearish cross was the one that we saw in the middle of May. As you can see, we had a very violent turnaround to the downside in both the MACD and the histogram in particular. Basically, the gradient was very steep, and that was showing that there was a lot of momentum to the downside. But if you're looking at the gradient of the histogram right now, it is almost completely flat, showing that there's barely any momentum at the moment going to the downside. And so if anything, it's closer towards the bearish cross that we saw back in August, which just signaled a little bit more sideways consolidation. So we could be due for a bit more of a boring time period in the coming weeks if this were to play out like that August bearish cross. And one thing to know about weak momentum like what we're seeing right now is quite often these kind of turn into fake outs, because a lot of the time we see a bullish cross within a few days later due to the fact that the bearish momentum was just so weak, and especially if these other lines of support end up holding for Ethereum. So as of right now, yes, it is something to pay attention to, but it's not necessarily an overly bearish sign, because staying on the daily time frame for Ethereum, of course, we're still playing out this huge cup and handle pattern on the daily chart, which is a bullish pattern. And for the new viewers on the channel that don't know about this pattern, the technical price target for this pattern is coming in at around $6,200 per Ethereum, and we are in the middle of playing out that price target. And by the way, from the current price of Ethereum to that price target, that is still another 33% gain moving forward, which is of course a huge opportunity for us Ethereum holders. And technically speaking, this pattern and this price target remains active on the chart while Ethereum is still holding above this neckline, coming in at around 3.9k. And just as a little bit of speculation, don't take this too seriously, but if we're simply taking a look at the current trajectory of the Ethereum trend, then we could possibly reach that 6.2k price target towards the end of this year, the end of December 2021. But once again, that's only based on the current rate of growth in the Ethereum price right now. And obviously what we're seeing right now does not guarantee anything's going to happen in the future. And in fact, between now and then, it is very likely that we'll see at least one more decent pullback along the way before we make it up towards 6.2k. And for any of the new viewers on the channel that are serious about making a lot of money in the crypto markets, you can learn extra technical analysis from myself in the first link in the description down below. And when you click that link down below, you'll find a technical analysis course with all of these contents. So this ranges from trading psychology, how to spot and trade trends, understanding support and resistance, how to trade support and resistance, how to find and confirm chart patterns, and how to trade chart patterns with 15 individual examples, the importance of indicators and how to trade using indicators with 9 individual examples, candlestick analysis, risk management, trading setup examples, and so much more. So if any of that sounds good to you, once again, just feel free to check it out in the link down below. But that is it for this video. If you enjoyed or got something valuable out of this video, make sure to leave a like down below. And if you're new to the channel, be sure to subscribe with notifications turned on so that you're not missing out on any of these future updates that I post every single day. As always, I really do appreciate all of your support on the channel at the moment. I can't thank you guys enough. And before you click off, for the new viewers on the channel, check out these uploads if you haven't already. I've got a Bybit tutorial video showing you how I trade over on Bybit, one of the top exchanges that I personally use. And I've got a passive income video showing you how I earn passive income every day in the crypto markets. But anyway, that is really everything I have to say for this video. I really hope you enjoyed, and I'll see you all in the next video.